Welcome, everybody. This is Internet Marketing Unleashed. I'm Scott Patton, your host, and I'm really excited to have you join me today. And today I have an amazing guest. She's an Indian TV and film actress. She's turned author, and her very first book, a semi-autobiography, went live today. So what it's a big celebration. We're having a launch party. So with that, I want to waste no time and have Vaishnavi Macdonald join us. How are you today?
Hello. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Good. Congratulations. I can't wait. I want to show everybody your book. And it's The Invisible Hand of God.
Yes.
So congratulations. You're the first person that I've ever had on my show the day that she launched.
Oh, that's great. I'm honored.
So we've got a few of our viewers are watching, and they're all excited to be joining in on the launch. So tell us a little bit about how you transitioned from being an actress to writing your book.
Actually, it all began 2 years back. There was somebody who, from a spiritual background, somebody called Maria Mason. She's a pastor, and she was down here from Australia. And then she just looked at me while she was praying, and she said that, you know what, God wants you to write. You're going to be an author. So I just looked at her blankly because I'm an actor, and I've never thought of anything else apart from acting. Even if I tried doing something else, it never turns out great, because once an actor, always an actor. So when she said that, I said, yes, I love writing. Even in my childhood, I used to write a lot of, I used to, just one moment, Leslie, just get that very fast. Huh. I used to write poetry. I used to write, journals and all. I said, that's about it. But she said, no, you're going to write seriously. And she says, why haven't you started yet? So I just took it very lightly. I did not take it seriously, and I forgot about it. And I said, okay. And 2 years down the line, we have this Corona lockdown happening. And then I have a great friend like Sangamitra Das Gupta, Izio. She goes by the name of Izio, and she's an illustrator, as you know. And she used to see the way I would write, even on my social media, and things. And she said, you know what? I think you should write. So I said, it was like ringing a bell again. She's saying, go ahead and write. I think you can be a good writer. You got it in you. So it was like a confirmation that came to me. I had the time. Lockdown was the right time. I used to only procrastinate that, okay, I'll start with my life. I'll start with whatever happened with me, my life, my story. I used to think like that, but I thought the lockdown was the right time to begin, because otherwise I would just keep thinking forever and it would never happen. So that's where she encouraged me. She gave me that push, and she kept on. In fact, more than me, she was excited about me writing, and all the way she kept on helping me with all the technicalities, because writing is not just about picking up a pen and writing a book. It's a lot more than that. So that's what I realized in my first book, that it's not as simple as you think it is.
No,
And
that's for sure.
yeah, and
So
you got to take it more seriously. And somehow I managed to finish the book, and I think I was writing till the last moment.
cool. So we have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Ezio asks, what fears did you face while you were writing your book?
My greatest fear was actually, I was going a little bit too bold in my book, and my greatest fear was that I should not be hurting people while I write this book, because when you write an autobiography or something, a lot of things come in there, and many people's lives get interconnected with yours. So you have to be a little careful out there, because you don't want to hurt people, you don't want to pull people into something. So that was something I was very cautious about, and that was my greatest fear.
And she had a follow-up question. Any specific stream she only focuses on when you write. So tell us a little bit about your writing process. Did you
Uh,
schedule at 8 o'clock every morning you would write, or did you just let it
no,
flow?
you'll be shocked. Yes, of course. In the lockdown, when I started, I had quite some time, so I would write every now and then. Whenever I felt like, okay, now I'm inspired, so I would start writing. See, my book is essentially, it is also quite spiritual. It's also a philosophical book. It's a lot of spiritual insights. At the same time, it's a piece of life, a slice of life. It's something that people will relate to because I know everybody has a story to tell, and it's about the unbelievable things that happened and the routine things that happened during this life process. And I needed to be inspired whenever I wanted to write. I decided I'm not going to write when I am dull, or when my mind is blocked, or when I'm not feeling up to it. So I would wait for that moment and then start writing again. So it would happen any part of the day, it would happen anytime. And in the most recent times, I started my work. See, after the lockdown got over, we started shooting around somewhere in August, the 1st of August, to be precise. I started shooting in the 1st of August. So I started writing even on the sets, between the shots. You know how it is, you're shooting the whole day, and we don't have those 8 hours and 6 hours. We have a 12-hour shoots out here. So it's like a 12-hour long day, and in that 12 hours, I would be writing every now and then in between, whenever I would get time. Actually, I'm quite a cool person that way. I really don't need a very quiet place, or I don't need those mountains and those rivers flowing by to pen my thoughts down or to write. I can write in complete chaos. I've realized that I can write in complete chaos. There's a lot of sound, noise, and lots of people talking around, but I can be focused. I've realized that.
Good for you. You reminded me when my youngest son was about 8, I would take him to the gymnasium for gymnast class, and there'd be, 200 kids running and screaming and jumping and bouncing, and then all the instructors and the other parents. And I'd sit there with a pen and paper, and I would be writing the article that I wanted to write. And it was almost like I had this oasis, a bubble of quiet in this chaotic environment, and I was able
I
to
know.
write. It's pretty cool. So
I
we have one more question. Well, actually, two more questions from Izio. One is, from being an actress to an international author, can you describe this journey? And we'll let you take more than one sentence.
I think it's just begun. I have a long way to go. I wouldn't even call myself a complete writer or an author. I think I'm a novice, as far as my greatest critic. So I think I have a long way to go. I still need to work a lot harder. Of course, I want to write now. Now, since I've started, I want to write more books. My next just might be a fiction again, a very relevant one, but it might just be a fiction. So I'm looking forward to writing much more. But I think one step at a time, and I'm not presumptuous about myself. So I will see how, and I will take my the reviews, the opinions, and I will see how I go about the next time.
And one final question from Ezio: how are you seeing yourself in 5 years? Are you going to be writing more and more and acting less and less, or how do you see that developing?
I never planned to be an actor in the first place, but it's been around. See, I was 9, and it's been around. I think more than 2 decades now. It's more than two now. It's 3 decades almost. No, more than 3 decades. I am still acting, right?
Yeah.
So I never say never. I think with books, there is no age.
No,
you know
that's for
you
sure.
can keep writing forever. And for an actor, again, there are limitations. After a certain age, maybe you will not be doing that great work the way you want to be doing. So most probably I might be, yes, definitely, who's to know, I might become a full-fledged writer.
It's another way to express your creativity, and you're
Yeah,
obviously a very
and a
creative
wonderful
person.
way. That it's wonderful. Yes, I enjoy it.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit more now about your book, The Invisible Hand of God. So
Yeah.
it sounds like it's almost autobiographical. So tell us how it got
Yeah.
started and a little bit about what's in it.
See, I have been sharing about my life quite a bit, even on social media. Wherever I was asked to share about my life, as we call it, a life testimony. So I've been sharing a lot about it. And then I realized, okay, you know what? These things they come and they go. Your whatever you are speaking on, camera, videos, people hear it once and then it just passes on into the this. But a book will be forever, you know, for
Yeah.
years to come, especially with the ebook and online Kindles and stuff like that. So it's like almost like immortal. So the best way to tell my story would be through a book. So that's how this came to be also. And I believe that in the book I have been much more upfront, much more honest. And not that I was dishonest whenever I spoke about my life, never. But there were a lot of things that I could not speak. There are things which you cannot be very verbal about, but
Right.
in a written form, yes, you can write a lot of things. You know, and this is a story of you. It's about me, yes, but it's also a story for those who are reading it. It's also a story of a girl who begins her journey from a very very dark past, and it's dark in the sense it's supernaturally dark, and these things really do happen. And there are many people who may think that there's nothing like paranormal, there is nothing like supernatural. But when they read my book, because it's first hand experience, I've gone through it. So it all begins from there, from the dark past, and how I came into the light. So there's so much of hope, there is so much of courage, there is so much of victory out there. So it's just like I could have almost titled my book From Darkness to Light. Yeah, that also would have been very apt for it. Yes,
Nice.
but then the invisible hand of God just came one night. I was just sitting, and I believe that God just put it into my mind and said this should be the title, because you can't see His hand in many areas. See, it's even in it's not just about a particular. It's not about a religion, or it's not about belonging to some kind of a community. It's about God, the sovereign God, whose hand is there everywhere. Even in the dark sides where you think He may not be there, but His hand is there. It's working everywhere. So it's all about that. Even when you don't know Him, and even when you don't realize that He's there, He's always there, and how He's working things out. And if you really are open to this, if you're really open to the working of his working in your life, you will see a lot of things changing. And you will see that how you can be pulled out from the most disappointed situation, the most given up situation of life, where everything seems the dead end, everything seems like it's all ended, and how you can still he can pick you up from there and build you up. So this book is all about that. I just can't hear you
Sorry.
right now. Yeah,
Sorry, I muted
now.
myself. If you're interested in getting the book, the link is on the screen here, but I also put it in the comments. So depending on where the comments are, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, then you can just go in there and see it. And so we have people that are watching that want to know, how are you feeling about your first book launching today? It must be a memorable moment for
I'm
you.
so excited. I'm excited. In fact, again, I'm going to go live after this too. This is a little
Awesome.
celebration, yes. And I'm so glad that you have had me on this show, Scott. To begin with, it's an honor, and it's amazing. I'm feeling great. See, being on your show, I'm feeling great itself. That
Uh,
my book begins with your show here. This is my first day, and I'm here, and I'm talking to you, and everybody else is listening. So I already am. I'm used to being in the limelight. Yes, quite a bit. But I didn't expect this to happen. Like already talking so much about my book right from the start. Thanks to even Ezio, Sangamitra. Thank you so much for being always there and pushing me for this.
So
I can be lazy. I can be quite lazy.
we all can. I think that's part of human nature. But you're 364 in the bibliography section on Amazon on launch day, and I think that's an amazing start. And
Actually, you know what, Scott? I really don't know anything about the author world to that extent. And when I'm being told this, I'm feeling grateful to God before everybody else. And I'm saying, yes, maybe this is your plan. So these things are just falling into place. But at the same time, I'm still unaware of a lot of things about the world of, writing and, authorship. So
right.
it's great that you're saying this to me and I'm feeling top of the world.
Oh, good. So I understand that you have a short movie that is actually playing right now in some movie theaters in the United Kingdom.
It's not the movie theaters. I think it's in online, right? In on
Online?
the online portals. Yeah,
Okay, so tell us about your movie.
it's a very. I would personally call it quite amateurish, but at the same time, it's got a heart. It's just got a heart. It's got content, and it's not a technically great film because, frankly speaking, I've made it on an Android phone, not even my
Okay.
iPhone. I wanted to make a point to the people out here. Most of the people around me, they don't even have an iPhone. So I just wanted to make it a point that no matter what phone you have, no matter what camera you have, if you have great content and if you just connect with the people through your story, so it's again storytelling in a different way. Actually, I wrote it. I wrote the screenplay, the dialogues. I wrote the one line of the story, and I enacted it. And I edited it. I put the music together. So it's like a one man show.
Good for you. What's the name of the movie?
It's called Trapped.
Trapped.
Yeah. It's a story of this woman who had a bad marriage, and then she's having a very bad relationship with her the only daughter. She's a teenager, and she's not able to connect with her. And then there is a big twist towards the end.
We
So
don't want to
I
give
think
it
most
away.
most of the people love that twist. They thought that they never expected it. It was unusual.
Oh, good. All right. So we're going to have to find out where that is playing and put it into the comments here. So,
Yes,
um,
yes. I think Sangam will do that if Sangam is listening. Please do that for me.
okay. Yes, and then we'll put it up on the screen. So, do you have any advice for uh, anyone that's thinking, I have a book and I have some experiences, I'd like to share that with the world in terms of getting started or just pushing through to actually making it complete?
If they are still thinking like I was just thinking and thinking, I say, okay, if you feel a burning desire and a passion inside you, please don't let the fire go down. Do it while you are at it. And I think if you have a great story to tell, especially stories of hope, stories of courage, and stories of victories and achievements, I think this is the right time, because I think the world is going through a phase where people need to be actually encouraged. People need to be, given hope. People need to be given, a picture which says that no, it's not the end. There is a brighter horizon out there. You know, don't give up. So I think we need people who have a story like this to tell. So go ahead, write. It doesn't matter. Even time is not a constraint. As you can see me, I wrote it in all the times. My book
Yes.
has been written everywhere. So go ahead and write. And don't
Awesome.
wait. Don't wait. There are people who will help you out. get people to help you, like I got Ezio, Sangamitra, who will guide you and help you and show you how to do it. So don't wait.
Awesome. Again, the book is The Invisible Hand of God, and the link is here on the screen and also in the comments. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited for your book, and I'm
Thank you,
I'm going to
Scott. And
be
I just request everyone to, once you read the book, please do give me a review, which will help me a lot. So
yes, absolutely.
please
Leave a
don't forget to
review.
give me that.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today, and I'm so excited. Keep in touch. Let me know how the book's
Yeah,
coming, and also
sure.
when you come out with your next book, would love to have you on again.
Sure, I would love to be here too.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been Internet Marketing Unleashed. I'm Scott Patton, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.